welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and I'm going to kit up one of my PaintGem mini sets. These are the tubs that I have been using for my PaintGem minis because they are double layer and I can pop the minis in the bottom and the diamonds in the top. I have pulled out this case with the smaller 28 containers because depending on the numbers I may have to use a little mini hack that actually Sandra Wilson let me know about, which works a dream for me. So, oh, I've ended up hitting it, so let's see which one it lands on. Oh, it's landed on love. I thought it was going to land on Christmas and I nearly decided to do Christmas anyway, but let's go for love. So I have taken my diamonds out of these pouches. When I went to store them, I did realise that I was not going to fit them all on the shelf. Where are my stickers? There they are. So how many have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So that's 24, 26, 28, 32, 33 different colours. So I could, in theory, still kit this up in the old way using the little pots, the little extra pots that I pinched. But I am going to kit this up the way that Sandra shared she did hers because I think it's neater. So the idea is this double storage, we take out these bigger cases and pop them somewhere safe, and you can actually fit in more of these. So these are still connected in 4, but they are smaller. And you can actually fit more in. So that in effect is 28. We can fit 2 rows there and then you fit 2 down there, which means they still fit nicely in the tray, and the tray can then still sit in the top and you've still got your bottom for your paintings. So I do need to find a home for them because they're not going to fit in the same way, but I'll fight that battle later. Find somewhere to put those. So amazing idea, Sandra, for these ones that are bigger, because I do love having my mini sets all in these. I think it works so well. So this is the love set. So we've got the LOVE, bit backwards, some flowers, a little potion bottle, love potion, love lock, balloon. That's probably a love potion actually. I love you, cupcake, and a little love letter. So I'm trying to work out whether I'm best trimming these down before I do them or after. Did they all fit with my trimmer? I do need to get a slightly bigger trimmer. So I know this side will fit. This side won't. It does if I trim them down enough, but that's not going to quite do it. Let me get my other trimmer, which is not as good on these sheets, but these ones are a little bit bigger than some of the others. It still will cut it, it's just not as good a blade. So I think I'm going to see, it's already caught the edge there. I mean, it's not awful, but it's not the prettiest. So let's try and make sure these are as straight as possible when I go to cut them. In fact, let's just do all these edges first. I've got little bits of plastic as well as little bits of canvas that keep sticking to my trimmer. But that's because I'm doing them before I've taken the plastic off. But I think this is easier before I've got diamonds sat on top of it. And I'm using the edge of my trimmer here to try and make sure that I've got the right gap / a nice straight edge using the design partly. And I'm just doing it by sight, but I'm taking a straight edge on the design and going, yeah, that looks straight. So we'll trim all these down first up, because as much as it takes longer to prepare, it can take a while for me to put these into my display books. So if I don't have to trim them all up nicely and fight with them having diamonds on while I'm doing it, then all the better. So as straight as possible, and then I can use the other side to neaten up the edges. There is a faint grey line on this one. There is a faint line on some of them, but I'm not sure whether they just cut them down that line when they package them with like scissors or something, because the edges aren't all the straightest they could be. How many designs have we got in this? 12. 12 different designs in this one. And at least now when it does this little bit, I'll be using my guillotine to actually get rid of that, which will make life a little bit easier. I do need to get myself a bit bigger guillotine though. I don't want an A4 one, I think I just want to get one that will cut the likes of A5 or thereabouts. There's just the odd few things that I could do with being able to cut something just a little bit bigger. And the blades on this one run out so quick. It feels like they run out so quick, especially when cutting sheets of paper. I'm ending up with a right pickled mess, but we're nearly there on the first batch. So prep my canvases and then I can prep my diamonds. I've nearly finished national parks as well. I actually pulled out national parks last night. I had finished a section of my Dreamers designs, of which I only have one more section to go. So excited. One more section, it'll be complete. I'm hoping that I can get that done this evening, time permitting. I'm on a little bit of an eager to finish time. Let me grab this bin. Let's just take the top off while I corral all these in here. Try and get all the bits of plastic. Yeah, so I'm very nearly finished my Dreamers designs, but I had finished a section last night and hubby we were both sat at the table and hubby was sat at the table with me doing his Lego, and I thought I don't really want to start doing another section of the Dreamer designs, because I knew, you know, it would be hard then when to stop and to keep it covered up. So I was like, oh, I'll get out my mystery painting and I'll do a bit of that. And then I remembered that I still had some of the PaintGem minis. I thought that is more of an ideal time frame for the amount of time I had before it was sort of the end of the evening and probably would have finished his Lego. So yeah, so I decided to do one of my national parks and realised that I only have one more left. So I'll be finishing that one soon as well. So there'll be a couple of dekittings coming up. One for my national parks, which I'll need to get in a nice display book. And then the mammoth one that is the Dreamers Designs will be all finished. And I must admit, it is looking really, really nice. It's looking so sparkly and pretty. Okay, last few of these now. So much quicker doing it with this, and you can get away with cutting off thinner slices as well, which makes it nice. So I've just realised that I think I had a load of the letters all going in together. Okay, so that one's got a couple of designs in between it. Yeah, then we've got the L, the O and the E all together. So let's keep that one to one side. Just trying to spread out what designs that I do. But then I'll put the LOVE in order. When I actually do them. Though if I was doing a big session, I could potentially do the LOVE all together. Okay, canvases are all ready. So let's do diamonds. Let's pop my stickers on first. I'm going to do it in alphabetical order. And I like to work from the bottom of the cases up. That's my preferred way of doing it. A, B, C, D, E. These stickers make it so much easier, especially when they're in different orders. E, F. Do we have a G? We do. G, H, I. Anybody else saying the alphabet with me? J, K. So pretty. L. Have we got an L? We do. L, M, N, O, O, P. I think they do use every letter in these. Q. We've got an R. Can I not see it for looking? No, there it is. R, S, T, U, V. Now I know a few people still prefer to use the bottles and pop their designs in like the plastic netting that's in the lid. But I love these small cases. I find them a little bit more portable. Okay, do we have a number 1? We don't. So then we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 and 9. So I do still have some left here. I'm going to keep those in there because they stop these wiggling about too much. I'm going to keep hold of that because it's sometimes handy to have some extra stickers, but I've managed to get all of them in there. And if I do find that getting them out isn't easy, I can always take these out while I'm working on it and get hold of them. But at least they keep things in place and stop everything getting all muddled up. Right, diamonds. What I did was I just popped my diamonds in with my spares, in with my square storage, because that is where I store my square diamonds for my other ones that are hung up. This has each design on there. I don't think I need to keep that anymore because it doesn't have names, but I am just going to pop the Love Edition in there, but upside underneath, so that if I do want to check which one is which, I can see. And that one, because it doesn't tell me anything, that can actually go in recycling with this. To be fair, we'll keep those separate. Okay. Are we going to have any static issues? That is the question. Let us find out. So, 600. The only thing, PaintGem don't tend to put their diamonds in DMC order either on the stickers. They don't tend to come in DMC order, and they don't tend to put them when they're packaged in DMC order. I don't know whether they do it in weight or some other way that makes sense to them. So I'm going to have to hunt for DMC numbers anyway, but that's okay. These aren't giving me static issues. So far they're not anyway, which is awesome. Okay, 957. So let's just keep working our way through the bags and hope that we get it all filled up with no major issues. No bits of dryer sheet needed. Be the easiest kitting up I've done in a while. Right, 151. Some gorgeous pinks in these. Gorgeous. And so far, even though these pots are smaller, they are fitting everything I need. We'll see what it gets like when it gets to a bigger pot. But I do still have extras here if I want to put the extras into another pot. I can have an overflow of diamonds. Okay, 310. I seem to have a couple of them on the same strip, and then I have to seem to move to a different one. Well, there's not much black in this, you'll be glad to know. 519. Oh, these diamonds are beautiful. Beautiful. These bags do seem thicker. I don't know if that's what's making a difference, because I did notice when I was sorting out the Heaven and Earth design diamonds the other day in that video. We've got a little bit of static on these, but not too much. When I was sorting out the Heaven and Earth design diamonds that people have been amazingly kind to send me, I did notice that those in the thinner packets that have the red band across the top, they seem to be worse for static than the thicker bags. Now, whether that's a thing, I don't know. I must say, I'm not an expert in static. I haven't read up on it, so I couldn't say for definite. Right, where is 728? All the way up there. So yeah, I'm not an expert in static. I don't know. I'm just going on what I have experienced. Now, whether that was just a fluke or whether that is something and it's actually the quality of the bags that can make a difference. The thinner ones aggravate the diamonds more, who knows. But these, I'm pretty sure, are thicker bags than my last dekitting, and they are loads nicer. Can take a little bit to get some of these pots out, so maybe I will end up taking those out while I'm doing it, but it still keeps them all contained more. And I have a little space on my shelf that just houses two of these, just two of them, for whatever PaintGem minis are kitted up at the time. I like having two kitted up, I must say. So maybe there'll be another one in the future, because say I've very nearly finished national parks. I've got one more to do, and depending on how quick, if I do get to sit down and diamond paint this evening, which plans are I will, if I do get to finish my Dreamers designs, I may have time to squeeze in to finish national parks as well. So those videos will come up over the next couple of weeks before December Advent, which will be nice. Have them both finished and dekitted, and then I can work on a mixture of primarily my mystery painting from Kudials, but also I'm working on I Choose You by Diamond Art Studio for their November event. And I'm hoping that I may get a night or two. What day are we on? We're on Wednesday. I'm filming this on Wednesday for Wednesday. It's been that kind of week. So yeah, if I get my Dreamers designs finished tonight, which is Wednesday night, I then have the possibility of Thursday night, Friday night, maybe Saturday, depending on when I film the whip and chat, to work on a little bit more on I Choose You, so that you guys will hopefully see a bit of progress before the next whip and chat. That's the plan. Okay, we're definitely getting to some bigger packs of diamonds now. This says it's 5.7 grams, and it looks like I'm going to fit all these in just. I've got one that's getting there. Okay, so 5.7 grams, and I have managed to just fit it all in. So I need to try and remember that anything over 5.7, which is not this one, I might have some trouble getting them into the pot. And I've got a little bit of static on these. They are not falling out of the pot, they are jumping out of the pot. And they're jumping all down the sides of the pot. So I'm just wetting my finger, because that's also another way to get rid of the static, is to dampen them. 608. A little bit on this, but again, not too much. Okay, 699. I love how these stickers look, I must say. I'm a sucker for something that looks prettily organised. So one, it's organised, and second, it looks pretty. Makes my heart happy. Okay, that's that one done. 906. This is this strip done. Starting to fill in some gaps now. Gorgeous greens. 907, bit of lime green. I like a nice bit of a limey green in a painting. Just adds that nice bright pop of colour. Don't have lime green in anything else. I just like it in a bit of a painting. Okay, 550. I think I may have a pink at the back there that is looking like it is a very full pink. So I might have to go into some of the other pots, but let's wait till we get there. Okay, 3837. Gorgeous purples. Pink, purples, we've got oranges, we've got yellows. Right, I'm going to keep that out because this one actually needs quite a few. 209. Just a few of those. to 11. Got a little bit of static in this one as well. Let's see how it behaves. Because while there is some static in these, they're not behaving awfully. They're still primarily going into the pot. Got the odd diamond that decides it wants to have a paddy. 601. What have we got? 5.2 grams, so these should still fit. Because the last one that filled the pot was 504 grams. We've got a little hopper. A little kangaroo diamond. Okay, they're 6 point, these are all 6 point something, which means these are all going to be too big. So let me pull those PaintGem labels out again. And then that's what I was looking for. I was pretty sure I had a Sharpie pen. So 603. Get my 6 to look right. 605 and 5200 are all going to need to go in extras because these pots are smaller. Now I could just use the end of this line here, but what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to use one of these as sort of my overflow. So we'll do them in number order. Oh, see, now this one has got more static. Let's see how many we can get in without us having a headache. I might need to get my dryer sheets out for this one. Oh, they're not behaving awful. There's a little bit of protest, but they are moving into the pot. So I do think the thickness of the bags may make a difference. So that's 603. Then we'll go for 605, just giving chance for my labels to dry, but I'm doing them in order. And I have the benefit of doing this on camera, so if my brain does have a complete meltdown and forgets the likes of what day of the week it is or what it is I'm in the middle of doing, I can always look back. Otherwise I probably would have stuck the stickers on just to make sure. Right, I'm just going to wet my finger and get the rest of these out because there's only so much fighting I need to do. So that's 605. And then where's 5200? There. So that can go back in. 5200. This is also saying 6.3. So I know I only managed to squeeze 5.4 in the last one. So because these are connected, what I'll either end up doing, and I'll probably decide as I go along, because I'm that kind of person, it depends what mood I'm in, I will either, when it comes to using the likes of 5200, the white, I will either decide to use this pot until it's empty, and then I would tip these into there more than likely, because they are connected pots, or I will have in the back of my mind these three colours, and when I come to that colour I will use up this pot first because it's got less in it before I decide to move over to the others. Right, so these ones what I have just thought as well, these ones have a lot more static than the rest because they are the last out the bag. They're giving a little bit more attitude. So let's just pop a little piece of dryer sheet in with each of those, just to help her go out. So 603, 605, and that still wasn't dry, and 5200. I used Sharpie so it wouldn't smear, and then I've not let it dry enough. Because there is a sort of slight shine to these. These aren't matte stickers. But hey, I have them there. Give them a good shake about with that dryer sheet in. Should help calm them down. And there we go. I still have space in there if I did want to put a tray and a pen. So I can pop a tray and a pen in and off I go. In fact, let's do that. Let's make this a full-on kit. What tray should we have? Let's have, do we have a little hot pink, or do I go for something that's more of a contrast that goes with the colours but is a little bit different? I'm just wondering if that's too close to some of the pinks. Maybe, oh, one of the kids pinched my pale blue. So actually, let's use my beige zesty tray because it's not the same colour, but it still looks pretty with all the rest. And pens wise, pens I can go a little bit more, what does it matter? I'm just having a look at all the pens I have, because quite a few of them are in a display pot. Let's use this one. Let's use a nice pink swirly pen. This was from Diana as a gift. Will that fit? No, the pen's too bulky. Okay, I did wonder because it is a thicker pen, this one, than others. If I squeeze it up, no, that's not going to fit. Okay, I'm losing a couple of my pot lids as well. Okay, well, thank you for the pen, Diana. In fact, how does this one work? I have this one also. This is also from Diana, and it's pink, and that one fits. Okay, some of these pots are popping up, and you may think, oh no, that's not going to work for me. What you can do is if you just push the plastic, sometimes your teeth works better. Push this plastic lip out a bit more. Then what you find is it clips better and doesn't tend to release as much or as easy. Just push it back just a little bit. All you need is a millimetre, if that. So if you find any of these little pots pop open for you, just push that or pull it on your teeth just so it comes away from, sticks out a little bit more, and you'll find that they shut and don't give you any problems. Because I haven't used this 2-pan container that I pulled all these out of, that's the reason they're doing them, because I haven't had chance to spot them pop and fix it because I haven't used it. So in fact I could put, see, this is me changing things up as I go along. So I've got that as a complete kit, and I could just sit that on the top. I could even stick it on the inside. Then it won't give me any problems. Tape to the rescue. Once I've got the first bit of tape, let me just, I mean, it's not cut the straightest anyway, but hopefully I can get it to at least lie pretty straight. Look, now it tells me on the top exactly which one it is. And if I have the ones that actually have the names on, I could have that just lay in the bottom so I could see the box. So if this actually listed the names, I could just keep this in the bottom so that I could see them. I like that. I like the fact that I can have them kitted up and I can just see which one it is at a glance. Because between the around the world and national parks, when there was a time I wanted to do the smaller one, which was the national parks, the smaller paintings than around the world, I did have to either try and I spy through here to see enough of an image to know which one it was, which one is remembering which one it was in, and second is seeing enough of the image, or I had to open them up, whereas now I don't. That is a full kit. You could even pop in, if you used wax, you could even pop in a little pot of wax and things like that, all in the same tub. But then if I find that I'm going somewhere short notice, that I may have time to do some diamond painting or want to take some with me, this is just ready to go. All it's missing actually is a little trashy tray. So maybe let's pop, oh, I've got a pink one here. We'll go for pink. Go for a little pink trashy. There we go. Now I'm definitely ready with first of many PaintGem mini kits. This actually makes me really excited to kit up another one as soon as I have de-kitted my national parks, because I just love how that looks. Anyway, so thank you so much to Sandra for the idea of using the little pots instead. That works perfectly for me. I know some people don't like the ones that are connected as 4. I don't find them a problem, especially when they don't overflow too much. I've only got 3 colours that have overflowed. When you can keep them contained into just those pots, I find that I'm fine with them. And the fact that this is a grab and go makes it all the better for me. So yeah, that is a PaintGem mini kit kitted up. Stay tuned, of course, for many more exciting videos to come, including what will be a de-kitting and potential another kitting up of one of these before we start our December Advent. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.